We're going to talk about measuring to the nearest quarter inch, and the first thing you need to know is what the lines are on your ruler. Our longest lines on the ruler are our inch lines. Our second longest lines are our half-inch lines, and they break each inch in half. And they will be between the longest lines. And our third longest lines are the quarter-inch lines. And they'll break each inch and half-inch line in half. And the shortest lines on our ruler, those are the eighth-inch lines, and they are going to split between the inch lines and half-inch lines, inch lines and quarter-inch lines, and the half-inch lines and the quarter-inch lines. Now, here's what we need to do to measure to the nearest to the nearest quarter inch. We first line our ruler up, line the zero line up with what we're measuring, and from there we are going to build a road that is a quarter inch thick, quarter inch wide around the end of whatever we're measuring. The easiest way to do that is draw a line on the line closest to the edge of what we're measuring that's not an eighth-inch line. So this is an eighth-inch line. The next closest line is that one there. So that's going to be one side of the road, and this here is the other side of the road. The road will have to be a quarter inch wide, and it will have to also surround the arrow. After I build the sides of my road, I want to label them. Now this side here is on a quarter inch line, the quarter inch before 3 inches, so that's 2 3/4 inches, and the one on this side is 3 inches. After I label my road, I build the middle of my road and just make a dotted line up above the eighth-inch line, and that dotted line will help me determine which side of the road my arrow is closer to, or whatever I'm measuring. My arrow is on this side of the dotted line, so my arrow is closer to the 2 3/4. So this line measured to the nearest quarter inch is 2 3/4 inches. Down to the next one, same deal. Step number 1, you need to make sure you line the zero line up with whatever you're measuring. And after you do that, you're going to build your road, quarter inch road surrounding what you are measuring. Once again, the closest line to the end of what we're measuring that's not an eighth-inch line. So our road will never be on an eighth-inch line. Our road will always surround an eighth-inch line. So there's the eighth inch, dotted line straight up. Also, I want to label that road. So this one here is 4 inches. And on the other side, a quarter inch past 4 inches. So that's 4 1/4 inch. And I use my dotted line to help me figure out which side I'm closer to. My arrow's on this side of the dotted line, so I am closer to 4 1/4 inch. So this line measured to the nearest quarter inch is 4 1/4 inch. And last one. Once again, we want to start out with our zero line lined up, and next we build our road. Our road's going to be a quarter inch wide surrounding the arrow. So here's my eighth-inch line. It's going to be the closest line other than my eighth-inch line. So here and here. That will be a road that's a quarter inch wide surrounding that arrow. Label this side. Here's 3 inches. Quarter inch longer is 3 1/4. And this one here, right on the half-inch line, our second longest line on the ruler, is 3 1/2. And then always my shortest line on the ruler is always going to be the center of the road. The 1/8 inch line will always be the center of the road, and that will help me determine which side I'm closer to. Now you can see that arrow is just a little bit past the center of the road, so that means my arrow is closer to this side. So this line measured to the nearest 1/4 inch is 3 1/2.